Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to update my video on how to set up your Sega Saturn emulator. There's a couple things you're gonna need. You're gonna need to download Daemon Tools Lite. I'm using version 10.4.0, and you're also gonna need the emulator, which is SSF 011 Alpha R5. I'm gonna post these links in the description so you could download these programs. Okay, so once you download, the emulator is going to come in a zip folder or zip file. You're going to go ahead and extract that. Once you get it extracted, it's gonna create a folder. Within the folder, what you want to do is create this folder too. I named it BIOS. You can name it whatever you want, and it's all it is just the BIOS you're going to need for the emulator. The BIOS file name is Sega_100.bin. Okay, once you have the BIOS, put it in the folder where the emulator is. You want to set up your daemon tools first and create a virtual drive. The virtual drive, it'll allow you to mount and unmount images, and it'll work with the emulator simulating a CD drive. If you want to know how to create a virtual drive, all you gotta do is at the bottom of the program, just right click, add drive, put in what type of drive you wanna create, add drive. It's that simple. To mount and unmount images, you just right click on the virtual drive, mount or unmount. I already have a file mounted, and that's all I need from this program. Now what you want to do is go over and open up the application, the actual emulator, which is SSF, and it's the one that says application. It's about 4 megabytes. Double click that. Okay, so it'll open up this window, the actual program window, and here is where you have to set it up. It might already come preset, uh, but if it's not, I'm gonna show you how to set it up. Ignore file and hardware for now. You don't need those two. You want to go to option. Under option, go where it says option. And you're gonna have the options window. The first tab is peripheral. You want to set up the Saturn BIOS. Hit the browse button and then browse to the emulator folder, to the folder where you created that BIOS folder. Select the Sega_100.bin, and there you go. Now your BIOS is set up. So every time you open up the program, it'll automatically run the BIOS unless it's reading a ROM. Don't worry about the ST-V BIOS under CD drive. What you want to do is go to the drop down menu and select the virtual drive. Right now it's only showing one for me. My computer doesn't have a CD drive, so it's only showing up the virtual drive that I set up. So I'm gonna select that one. Cartridge, leave it alone, and area code. You wanna set it to America, Canada, Brazil. Once that is set up, go over to the screen window or tab. On this tab, anything you mess with on here is just going to alter the way that the screen looks. Add scan lines, stuff like that. If you want to mess with it, go ahead. But the options that are selected by default, they work pretty good. They're alright. Under sound, you don't have many options. You could mute it, unmute it, select buffer size. Once again, standard. What it came with standard, just leave it alone. Controller. Under controller, you're gonna have your drop down menu, and if you have a control pad, a mouse, or anything you wanna use, select that. I'm gonna select control pad. Just hit redefine, and then you could redefine the keys. Alright, once it's redefined, you should be good to go. Nothing else is needed. Now here's where if you want to mess with anything, go ahead and tweak it, but you're going to have program 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't mess with any of those because they added this tab at the end, EC settings, where it has low compatibility, standard, high, and highest. Depending on your computer, the processor, the graphics card, all you gotta do is just click set and then try those out. I'm gonna go with standard compatibility, and that's the one I'm gonna use. Now under program 4, 3, 2, and 1, you could see that there's different options. If you want to mess with those, go ahead, but like I said, easy settings is the easiest way to get this emulator set up and ready to go. So standard compatibility, once that is complete, just click OK. You're gonna get this message. Don't worry about the message, just click OK, and now you're ready to start. Now the way to start is you go to hardware. You're gonna have CD open, CD close. You want to click CD open, it simulates the CD-ROM being open. Then you're gonna hit CD close, it's gonna simulate the drive closing, and once it simulates that, it's gonna load whatever image you have mounted. So let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, so as you can see, it works fine. I don't have any issues, and the less you're doing on your computer, the better it's gonna perform, especially if you pick the highest compatibility. But I have no issues. I'm gonna link the sites to where you could get the programs that I'm using, and if you have any questions, just go ahead and comment. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Thank you.